Many of us that grew up in Oklahoma grew up with plenty of outside space to play in, space to play and explore. So we know firsthand the benefits of playing outside, exploring, running, and having fun. Not everyone has this opportunity growing up, especially those of us who grew up in an urban environment. Specifically, I'm here to talk about play streets. Play streets are exactly what they sound like. When a city periodically closes a street to traffic so the local community can set up a place for their kids to go outside and enjoy a safe space to play in a traffic-free environment. Many kids that live in cities in the United States don't have access to a safe and traffic-free place where they can play in public. Using a play street, communities can bring the park to their home and safely allow kids to play outside in a community that's safe and connected and share with each other. The promise of play streets includes increased physical activity and a strengthened community. During summertime, the city of Philadelphia has many play streets. They include setting up temporary play equipment and feeding the kids who come out. This provides additional benefits of food security when schools are out and school lunch meals are not available. Adults monitor each end of the street, escorting any necessary vehicles in and out by walking in front of them and clearing the way. Different activities are provided by the community to encourage fitness and education for the kids. In many different communities, it's common to know your neighbors. However, with the current switch to online social interactions, these connections have suffered in a systematic review of how play streets are impacted by communities. Christina Bridges and Renee Myers provide a comprehensive study that includes the results of multiple different play street implementations across the U.S. In this paper, they document via community reporting that play streets in numerous studies have strengthened current relationships, along with meeting new neighbors, increased social interactions for friends and for children, increased independence of children, and created a better sense of community, or a strengthened community. Using surveys, focus groups, and interviews, it was found that play streets also provide a more positive view of the community, along with connecting kids to more positive role models. Safety in the neighborhood is another important aspect of play streets. Some of the benefits include eliminating the need to travel to find an open space to play, stopping traffic on the street and eliminating a potential vehicle-related injury, and introducing kids to positive role models within their community. Safety concerns have been one of the main barriers that have contributed to the decline of outdoor activity. According to the Journal of Public Health Management and Practice, the main barriers that cause children to not play outside are traffic, violence, and crime. The intervention of play streets provides an answer to those barriers by stopping traffic during the play period and bringing out responsible adults to monitor and introducing members of the community to each other. Another major benefit of promoting outside play is to combat the major issue of childhood obesity. The World Health Organization states that children and adolescents should participate in 60 minutes or more of physical activity per day. Most of the 60 minutes should be moderate to vigorous aerobic activity. In addition to vigorous aerobic activity and muscle strengthening and bone strengthening physical activity should be incorporated as part of the required 60 minutes or more, at least 3 days a week. 4 out of 5 children in the U.S. do not meet this requirement, which is a huge issue in our society. Organized interventions like play streets directly contribute to addressing this issue. Regular physical activity helps with building healthy bones and muscle, on top of reducing anxiety, blood pressure, and cholesterol levels. It is also great for boosting self-esteem in children, which helps them to become healthy adults both mentally and physically. Some of the activity examples from Pediatrics Nationwide include hip-hop dance classes, story time hosted by librarians, bike demonstrations, bounce houses, petting zoos, sports, toy cars and scooters, and crafts. Pediatrics Nationwide conducted a study on the impact of play streets in underserved communities on the south side of Columbus, Ohio. They reported promising results. Over the summer, they were able to serve approximately 350 children and conduct 69 different surveys. Caregivers reported that 80% of the children met new friends, and the average age of attendees was 7 years old. Initial surveys showed that play streets can be very successful. I believe that any community that uses this strategy to provide safe areas to play and encourage community interaction between neighbors will show tremendous benefits. All caregivers reported being happy with the initiative and agreed that play streets made them feel more involved and safer with their kids. I believe Tulsa could share these same benefits if the city chose to implement a similar program. Aside from a few complaints about noise, there were no negatives reported from those that were surveyed. Any neighborhood can organize a similar plan to enrich their local community and provide a safe and active way to connect with others.